Welcome back, everybody. It's me, PuZZlePieceZ, and we're continuing with Seduce Me the Otome storyline of Sam. So we just had a wonderful evening with Sam on the roof making out, and we're saying that we just had dinner, but we were lonely because the guys were fighting or training. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep because we have school the next day. So felt pretty good going to bed that night. Peaceful sleep after the rough previous nights. I felt good. Alright, morning! Woke up flawlessly the next morning. No grogginess, no aches. Perfectly energized and bright-eyed. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? Looked at my alarm. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Well, hey, I must be lucky today. So I think we already had this too, so if you want to read it, you can go ahead. Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
So the girls are gonna drive me. Okay, so it's 6:30. Perfect, I can eat some breakfast. Alright, pack my bag and downstairs I go. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate of eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. A fresh steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate with the sugar and creamer on the side. I walked to the table and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Who made this? This is a little different. Who made this? Because last time we just had toast. As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention. Oh, red note. Have a good day, yours. Ah! My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him. I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious, I devoured every amazing bite. I looked to the time again. Time to go! Quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself by the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, except for Sam, but I still needed to look decent. Before I could reach the handle of the door somehow, however, someone took my hand. Huh? Hi, Sam! I turned to see Sam, who was holding my hand back with a stern look on his face. Oh.
My name.
Sam? Your name.
My true name isn't Sam. I want you to know my real name if something happens.
Oh my okay. What do you mean if something happens? What are you talking about? His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? Exactly! Questions going through my mind. Oh, this is good. See, this is what we needed from the last story. Sam gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear. Oh my god, he's gonna whisper.
My name is Almaris.
Almaris? Whew. That's exotic. Oh yeah, demon, right. As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Oh, I get it! I get it! Okay, so since we didn't learn about magic, because that would be the whole exploring the house and finding our grandfather's magic kit and stuff, or magic diary, like, it'd be the whole thing that if we needed him, because Malix is going to kidnap us and all that stuff, we'd say his name and, oh my gosh, I get it! This is awesome! Sam pulled away. Sorry, I'm getting really flushed now. Pulled away and stared at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you're in any danger, any time, it doesn't matter when, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
Ah, yes! Okay, awesome! I stared up at Sam, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Sam nodded back before releasing my hand and heading into the dining room. Oh crap, I forgot what his name was. I need to go back. I need to write it down. I need a notepad. Because I know I'm going to forget it. There's going to be the option of, what's his name? What's his name? And I'm searching my desk right now. Closing. There we go. Alright, I need to go back. What's your name?
My name is Almaris.
Oh, and I also just want to hear that again. Almaris. I'm just going to put Sam. Okay. Sam's name. Got it. Okay, something told me that name would be used eventually. Yes! I know, right? And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates when with Suzu waving me down. I rushed out the door and we headed to school, talking about homework and the coming day. And I have an awesome boy toy. Okay, school. Made to school without a hitch. Our lockers are in the same part of the hall. So this is a little bit different from the other storyline. First incident of the day. Okay, so this is the whole Lisette part, right? As I walked towards Susan, we were both waiting for me. Something hooked on my ankle and made me fall. Yeah, the whole Lisette thing. Well, ow!
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
I don't know. Oh, her. The three of us looked back to see Lisette and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had a look of complete innocence, while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
Why, you little...
Suzu, don't!
I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this had happened to me. However, it was now clear who was behind these incidences. Even if she was innocent and one of her goons did it, it was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind, just from the look on her face. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. Stand up and walk away. Get her! I want to see what happens when we get her. Ooh, I had enough. Oh! Go, girl! Punch her! I felt adrenaline rush through my body as I pounced off the ground and rushed at Lisette. I was not going to be the only one with scrapes this time. Oh my gosh! I tackled Lisette to the ground, swiping and slapping her innocent face. She screamed in fright before trying to push me off and block my attacks.
Holy shit! Anderson! Stop it!
Oh, come on! This is awesome! Kick her ass! I wasn't listening anymore. I let my cardinal need to get revenge take over as I began to pull at Lisette's hair to get better aim at her face with my free hand. I've had enough of the bullying, the wounds, the insults. All that was going to burn in the past as I scraped my nails in hand across Lisette's face over and over again. Yes! My rebellion would be marked on her pretty face for all to see. Lisette pushed me off and scrambled to her feet, both panicked and angry at the same time. Her emotion was nowhere close to the anger I was feeling.
Are you crazy? What the hell?
I stood up very slowly, glaring daggers into Lisette's soul through her eyes. I must have had some sort of monster behind me, or maybe I looked like the monster myself, but the gaggle of girls, Lisette, and even my friends had a look of pure terror on their faces. I have had enough of you, Lisette. You obviously won't stop unless I fight back. Well, guess what? You're gonna get it. Oh! I charged at Lisette a second time, shoving her hard against the lockers. She let out a yelp of pain as she smacked the back of her head against the metal behind her before glaring and shoving me back. As I stumbled back, Lisette raised her hand slightly, ready to fight.
Then come on, Anderson. Show me what you've got. I bet it's not much.
I took you down in like 2 seconds. I could do it again. I know Taekwondo. I felt myself snarl in anger before raising my own fist, remembering my Taekwondo. I quickly stepped onto one leg and raised my leg to get a swift kick at her head, but she blocked with her arm and stepped towards me to jab at me. She had training, not surprising. I didn't care at that moment. I bent back away from the incoming jab, re-establishing my balance as I placed both feet on the floor. Lisette threw jab upon jab at me, forcing me to block my torso and face with my arms and hands. For hit for hit, Lisette and I exchanged and defended blows at each other. It was indeed more than just a cat fight. It was a vengeful duel. In my mind, all I saw was Lisette. All I wanted was to make her stop, and if that meant beating her down, then it had to be done. Go, girl, go. You're gonna get in so much trouble. We eventually gained a small crowd of people, all silent but observing the fight. My anger intensified, and my hits became harder with each second that passed between us. I couldn't let her win. I couldn't let her win. None of Lisette's girls dared to step in, apparently afraid to, after seeing our skills and our individual fighting styles. Susan was held back by Naomi's arm, despite both of them wanting to help me. They didn't wait long for it to end, though. Yet, teacher's gonna break it up. Ooh! Suddenly, Lisette was pulled away from me, and I was pushed against the lockers by a strong force. Lisette hit the lockers as well on the opposite end of the hallway, letting out a girly grunt of pain. Who the heck is that? That's a new person! I looked up to see my art teacher, Miss Gordon, holding me against the lockers with a look of surprise and serious concern on her face. Oh, the teachers broke it up.
Miss Anderson, what are you doing?
Oh, don't cry, bitch. I looked to see Lisette being held back by Miss Phillips, starting to cry. Shut up! I knew what was going to come out of her mouth, so I tried to push Miss Gordon off to confront her. Miss Gordon, however, kept an arm wrapped around me, keeping me back. No, don't you dare start crying, Lisette. You started this.
Miss Anderson, get a hold of yourself!
No! What is wrong with you? What did I ever do to you? I couldn't stop the angry tears running down my face as I shouted across the hallway. Lisette and Miss Phillips stared in shock at my screams as Miss Gordon tightened her hold on me. I'm so sick of it! Leave me alone! Eventually I lost my energy and began to weigh down on Miss Gordon's arm, letting my sadness take over and quench my anger with tears and swelling pain. I could feel Miss Gordon hug me to her to keep me upright as Lisette sniffled and confided with Miss Phillips.
I didn't do anything to her! She just attacked me all of a sudden.
Oh, bullshit.
That's a lie, Lisette. You tripped her on purpose. You've always been a snobby prick to us.
Never! I gave my condolences about her grandfather's death. I try to keep everyone calm. Is that so wrong?
Oh, you bitch.
You didn't even sound sincere. We know you were only pretending to be nice to spite us.
Enough! Miss White, follow me to the dean's office.
Lisette followed, wiping her eyes in the framed, I guess, innocence she knew how to play up. I remained still in Miss Gordon's arms, unable to bring myself to fight to get at Lisette again. I had done my damage. The gaggle of Lisette wannabes would make sure I became infamous around the school. I didn't care. I made my statement on Lisette's face and body, and I wasn't afraid to do it again. Good girl. Well, that's not how you should do it, but good girl nonetheless. Miss Gordon, however, wasn't done with me. Of course not.
Come with me, sweetie.
Oh, well, at least you said sweetie. I nodded and followed. My friends followed as they watched me leave. Frowned as they watched me leave, but they headed to class without me. Okay, this is completely different. We gotta see where this goes. Because we basically know what happens when we just walk away. She has the thing behind her. Although I want to see if that's different too. But we'll keep going with this. Miss Gordon led me to an empty classroom, which she had claimed as hers. It looked like all the other classrooms, but art posters lined the walls. Because this is a new teacher too. Many students loved the room, but hated one thing, the mirror in the very back of the room. Okay. It was the only thing Miss Gordon loved to use against her students. With it, she was able to see who was using their phones. Oh, I get it. And who was actually studying. That is a good idea. I mean, no, that's a horrible idea. Teachers shouldn't have that. I'm joking. Miss Gordon led me to the back of the room and sat me down in front of it.
What do you see?
That's not a big wall mirror. That's a little thing of a mirror. But this is kind of interesting. Huh?
Tell me what you see.
Your boobs? Sorry. I looked in the mirror and saw myself. My clothes were a bit ruffled from the fight, but beyond that, I just saw me. Nothing about me seemed different than normal. I see myself.
Alright. What else?
What the hell is up with your eyes? That's cool, but and they match your earrings, but what's up with your eyes? What else? I don't understand.
Do you know what I see? I see a brilliant woman who's been working her butt off to try and find herself. She just has a little bit of adversity in her way.
What does this have to do with what happened with Lisette?
Listen, don't think about Lisette right now. She's just another student who doesn't know what you're going through.
I stared at myself in the mirror, unable to tear my eyes away. She was right, but I still lingered on what happened with Lisette. I know Miss Gordon was only trying to help, but I couldn't fight the thoughts in my head. Miss Gordon gently rubbed my shoulders, stopping me from my thoughts. I looked up to see her smile down at me through the mirror.
You know, those were some pretty interesting moves. Taekwondo.
Yeah.
You'll have to show me one day.
Oh, she's a cool teacher. I like her. I laughed as she hugged me gently.
Look, don't let Lisette get to you, okay? You have your own battles to face, and you can face them just fine. Instead of fighting Lisette, focus on your goals.
Oh, I like this teacher. I looked up at her and nodded slightly. It was cliche to hear, but she was telling the truth. I needed to focus on myself first. Ugh. Alarm, you're ruining everything. Well, this is an interesting turn of events, so let's keep going with this, shall we? In the next video, though. So, do stay tuned. This is PuZZlePieceZ signing off.